Have you ever felt that tension in the air when a married woman starts acting differently around you? The way she looks at you, the accidental touches, the conversations that cross the line of casual. What if I told you these signs aren't coincidences, but quiet signals of interest? Today, you're going to discover the 4 secret behaviors that reveal the attraction of a woman who's already committed. One of these signs in particular is so subtle that most men only realize it when it's already too late. Before we go on, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This content could disappear from YouTube at any moment. Now, pay close attention. The first sign is the most valuable of all. 1. The eye contact that says it all. She holds your gaze for a few seconds longer than normal, as if trying to communicate something that words can't express. This isn't a friendly, casual look. It's intense, almost challenging, like a silent invitation. In Stoicism, we learn that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and when someone insists on keeping them open for you, there's intention behind it. But be careful. What seems harmless now can turn into an emotional trap later, because the next sign will show you how this simple look can escalate into something far more dangerous. She also looks away quickly when you notice, as if she got caught in the act. This game of visual hide-and-seek is a classic sign of suppressed attraction, and science confirms that people who are attracted do this unconsciously. In Stoicism, we master self-observation. But what happens when it's the other person watching us? The truth is, this behavior has a hidden motive, and it's directly linked to the third sign you're going to discover today. And finally, she uses eye contact at the most inappropriate moments, like during conversations about her relationship or when her husband is nearby. That's not boldness. It's a test to see how far you're willing to go. And what if I told you there's a specific Stoic technique to neutralize this psychological game without coming off as rude or disinterested? But first, you need to understand the second sign, because it reveals what happens when eye contact is no longer enough. Sign number 2, the accidental touches that are not accidental. She always finds a way to touch you. A pat on the shoulder, an adjustment to your shirt, or even a meeting of hands when picking something up. These touches are brief but frequent, and always come with a smile or a ready excuse. In Stoicism, we learn that the body does not lie, and these micro-gestures reveal more than any word. But what happens when these touches start to become bolder? The third sign will show you the line between the innocent and the intentional. She also creates situations where physical contact is inevitable, like sitting too close or bumping into you in empty spaces. These actions are calculated to test your reaction without taking any risks. People who are attracted seek proximity, even unconsciously, and this is a clear pattern. But there is a psychological reason behind this that few people know, and it is directly connected to the fourth sign that you cannot ignore. The worst is when these touches happen in front of her husband, as if she were playing with danger. This is not just a sign of attraction. It is a test to see if you respond to the game. And what if I tell you that there is a specific Stoic phrase that can defuse the situation without embarrassment? But first, you need to understand the third sign, because it reveals what happens when words replace touches. Sign number 3, the confessions that cross the line. She starts to share intimate details about the marriage, such as dissatisfaction, frustrations, or even fantasies that should not be revealed. These conversations are disguised as venting, but in reality, they are an invitation for you to enter dangerous territory. In Stoicism, we know that words carry weight, and when someone breaks down barriers like this, it is a clear sign that boundaries are being tested. But what does she really expect you to do with this information? The fourth sign will shock you. She also makes subtle comparisons between you and her husband, as if she were measuring your value against his. Phrases like, "He never understands me like you do," or "I wish he were more like you," are not compliments. They are emotional manipulations. People who are attracted use this type of language to create complicity and guilt at the same time. But there is a Stoic way to respond to this that not only maintains your integrity, but also exposes her game. The most concerning thing is when these confessions come along with questions about your love life, as if she were probing your weaknesses. This is not genuine interest. It is a strategy to find openings. And what if I tell you that there is a Stoic principle that can block these advances without sounding rude? But first, you need to know the fourth sign, because it reveals the moment when attraction turns into action. Sign number 4, the jealousy that reveals everything. She shows discomfort when you mention other women, even casually. It could be a sudden change in tone of voice, an intrusive question, or even a heavy silence. In Stoicism, we learn that repressed emotions always leak out, and jealousy is one of the most obvious leaks. But what does she really want when she tries to control your interactions? The fifth sign will prove to you that this is just the tip of the iceberg. She also makes up stories about other women hitting on you, as if she were trying to create rivalry or fear of losing you. These lies are designed to make you justify yourself and, unconsciously, validate your worth to her. People who are attracted create drama to keep your attention, and this is a classic trap. But there is a Stoic response that cuts this game at the root, and it is directly connected to the final sign. The most revealing part is when she tries to sabotage your dates, either with negative comments or false warnings about the other person. This is not protection. It is disguised possessiveness. And what if I tell you that there is a Stoic exercise that teaches how to identify and neutralize this behavior in seconds? But first, you need to know the fifth sign, because it reveals what happens when all the others fail. Sign number 5, the selective availability that speaks louder. She starts to prioritize you in situations where she should be focused on her: marriage, canceling commitments, or making up excuses to be alone with you. This change in priorities is no coincidence. It is a clear emotional investment. In Stoicism, we understand that actions speak louder than words, and when someone reorganizes their life to include you, the message is obvious. But what happens when this availability turns into something more concrete? The sixth sign will reveal the point of no return. She also shows sudden interest in your hobbies and routine, as if she wanted to become part of your intimate world. Suddenly, she knows details you never shared, showing that she asked others or discreetly investigated. People who are attracted build invisible bridges to connect, even if they seem innocent. But there is a pattern behind this that few people see, and it is directly connected to the final sign that will make everything clear. The most revealing moment is when she starts showing up in places you go, saying it was by chance. These staged encounters are the final proof that you have become an obsession. And what if I tell you that there is a Stoic technique to deal with these situations without confrontation, while keeping your dignity intact? But first, you need to know the final sign because it shows when the line has definitely been crossed. Sign number 6, the body language that does not lie. Her body leans towards you even in group settings, as if you were a magnet. Feet pointed at you, open arms, and exposed stomach are universal biological signs of attraction. In Stoicism, we learn to observe before reacting, and these micro-gestures tell a story that words try to hide. But what does it mean when she starts mimicking your movements and posture without realizing it? The conclusion of this analysis will surprise you. In social situations, she becomes visibly uncomfortable when other women approach you, adjusting her clothes or nervously touching her hair. These signs of territorial dispute are instinctive and impossible to fake for long. People who are attracted claim territory even without any right, and that reveals a level of involvement that goes beyond rational thought. But there is an almost imperceptible detail that separates curiosity from obsession. The most shocking moment is when, in a moment of distraction, her gaze betrays a desire that would never be expressed in words. That second of weakness reveals the truth she does not even admit to herself. And what if I tell you there is an ancient Stoic principle to deal with that energy without giving in or running away? The answer lies in the combination of all these signs, and what to do when you recognize them. If this content helped you see what was once invisible, leave a comment. I want to know how many men are ready to apply these strategies. Give your like and subscribe to the channel so YouTube shows this video to others who need these answers.